The Girl with the Louding Voice by Daré. I am sitting in the parlour with my mother and my two brothers, Bisi and Kayus, and we are looking at the television. It is Saturday afternoon, and we are watching The Sound of Music. It is my favorite film because it is about music and singing, which I love more than anything in this world. My mother says I have a good voice, and she always encourages me to sing along with the songs in the film. She says singing makes her happy, and I want to make her happy because she is always sad these days. She is sad because my father has not been able to find a job since he lost his teaching post at the local school. He says the government has no money to pay teachers, and he has been looking for other work, but no one wants to hire him. He says he is too old, too educated, or too proud. He spends most of his time at home reading newspapers and listening to the radio. He hardly talks to anyone, not even my mother or us children. He only talks when he is angry, which is often these days. He shouts at us for making noise, for wasting food, for not studying hard enough. He shouts at my mother for not cooking well, for not cleaning well, for not respecting him enough. He shouts at the world for being unfair, for being corrupt, for being hopeless. Independence Day by Sarah Ladipo, Manyika. Tayo was surprised when Vanessa invited him to her parents' home in Dorset for Christmas. He had expected her to spend the holidays with him in Oxford, or perhaps in London with some of her friends. He had not expected her to want him to meet her family so soon. He wondered what they would think of him, a black man dating their daughter. He wondered what Vanessa had told them about him, if anything at all. He wondered if he should accept the invitation or politely decline it. He decided to accept it, partly out of curiosity, partly out of respect for Vanessa, and partly out of a sense of adventure. He had never celebrated Christmas before, nor had he ever visited the English countryside. He had thought it would be an interesting experience, and perhaps a chance to learn more about Vanessa and her background. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Okonkwo was well known throughout the 9 villages and even beyond. His fame rested on solid personal achievements. As a young man of 18, he had brought honor to his village by throwing Amalinze the cat. Amalinze was the great wrestler who for 7 years was unbeaten, from Umuofia to Mbaino. He was called the cat because his back would never touch the earth. It was this man that Okonkwo threw in a fight, which the old men agreed was one of the fiercest since the founder of their town engaged a spirit of the wild for 7 days and 7 nights. That was Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe.